So are you ready for the sequel? Donald Trump dominating in Super Tuesday states and setting the stage for a long-anticipated 2024 rematch against President Biden. Trump's closest rival, Nikki Haley, bowing out of the race after losing every state but one. That was Vermont yesterday. She's refusing to directly endorse the former president right now. She says it is up to him to win over her supporters. Listen here.
The time has now come to suspend my campaign. It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party and beyond it who did not support him. And I hope he does that. At its best, politics is about bringing people into your cause, not turning them away. And our conservative cause badly needs more people. This is now his time for choosing.
And Trump seems to be taking her up on that suggestion. He's inviting Haley supporters to, quote, join the greatest movement in the history of our nation, while stressing that President Biden is the enemy.
They call it Super Tuesday for a reason. This is a big one. We're going to do something that, frankly, nobody's been able to do for a long time. He's the worst president in the history of our country. There's never been anything like what's happening to our country. We're going to win this election because we have no choice. If we lose the election, we're not going to have a country left.
And as for that rematch, will they debate again? Donald Trump is ready and posting this on his Truth Social site. He said, it is important for the good of our country that Joe Biden and I debate issues that are so vital to America and the American people. Therefore, I am calling for debates anytime, anywhere, any place. The White House isn't too sure about that.
It's possible that there will be no Joe Biden, Donald Trump debates.
Is that what you're excited about? Is that what you want to see? Because you
love
keep
to see
asking
Joe
me. You've
Biden
asked
and
me
Donald
about
Trump
3,
debate.
4, 5 different times in different ways, and
How
I've
would
said
President Biden do in a debate? I'm not asking a question about a specific debate. I'm just asking how would he do in a debate? I know it's been 4 years since he's done one.
You literally saw just last year, back in January 2023, at the last State of the Union, take on Republicans during giving a major speech. He took them on as they were heckling him.
Okay, let's take it around the table. Start with you, Greg.
Well, she acts like asking about the debate is like it's some kind of petty question. It's like the most important question. Is he going to face off against Trump? Why is Trump doing so well? The Democrats. That's why. They have bad policy and no error correction. Because to correct an error in their policy means that you have to admit to agreeing to something that the other side might have been pushing. So you can't be for a strong border because you already said it was a moral evil. So you've assigned that belief a costume of bigotry. Therefore, you painted yourself in a corner. And it's not just the border. It's crime. It's gender affirmation therapy. On every issue, they have filled it with some kind of moral outrage. So now they can't back away from it. Also, Trump is excelling because of this message discipline. And how did that happen? The Democrats. They gobbled up all this extra free time that Trump had with court filings and lawsuits. 91 indictments created the best political campaign going because it's narrowed Trump's focus and it's forced him to keep him on message just because of time constraints. So thank you, Democrats, for doing what Republicans have been trying to do for years, which is keep Trump focused. The only thing that you know about Trump is everything. No stone is left unturned, right? The most transparent, vetted, grilled candidate in history. The opposite is Biden. The only thing you know about Joe is that he's not in charge. And after that, it's pretty much of a mystery. They won't even tell you who's calling the shots. Instead, they laugh at your concerns, we'll talk about that, as he hobbles around in a cloud of confusion, hoping that you won't notice.
What did you notice from last night?
Well, it was a good night for Donald Trump, and I'm going to predict that in a couple weeks you are going to see Nikki Haley down at Mar-a-Lago with her thumbs up. Because that's how this always ends. You do the pilgrimage, whether it's McCarthy, Musk, DeSantis, they always wind up down at Mar-a-Lago, standing next to the big guy, and that's how you have to unify the country. What does Nikki Haley want is the question. They have to unify, so what does she want? She's going to have to endorse. The endorsement's not going to come for free. Does she want to be on the ticket? Does she want Secretary of State? Do you need to even give her either of those